Welcome to the Nerdiverse. Go ahead, sit and listen to the masters, the old heads, talk about what you love the most. Video games, comics, movies, and everything you need to maintain. We got the knowledge that's straight out the ether. Gonna need a drink and have to take a seat to expand your mind and listen to the speaker. Mike and the squad's gonna give you what you need. Please send in a question, come and get some answers, learn a couple lessons from the masters with the special guests. We got the Green Lanterns glowing on their chest. Yes, please sit back and relax, cause we gonna hit you with them stone cold facts, and allow me to be the very first to welcome you to the masters of the Nerdiverse. Welcome to Masters of the Nerdiverse, where we always have such sights to show you. This New Year's resolution of a podcast can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and of course Spotify. I'm of course your host, Mike G. And back with me as always is the one guy at the party who had nothing to drink but was the craziest person there, Winter Trash Monk the Thizzard.
Oh, I had something to drink.
Damn. What's your poison, Winter? Tell the Nerdiverse what's your poison.
Beer.
Just beer? Just without designation, Doug?
Yeah, I started off with a peanut butter chocolate stout.
Ooh, that's always good.
It was not.
Really?
And then I had a pear cider.
That's always good?
That was good.
Okay.
And then a Coors Light. Then a coffee stout. And then there was like a couple of other drinks in between, but that's about it. And some water.
Water. You gotta have water, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be wearing a lampshade on your head. Can't have that.
Yeah, there was a big brush fire that we had too, a bonfire that we were sitting around, and we were just telling stories and stuff like that.
Did you tell them the stories of the Sandusky Shovel Slayer?
No.
Oh.
It was more of, I went to high school up here. Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Pretty
okay.
neat. Did you kill a spider?
No.
All right. Tell people who you are.
Oh, my name's Trash Monk, the third Trash Monk. Aye. It's Trash Monk. Aye. I have a little bit of energy today, but it's the New Year's Day blues.
Yeah, man. The existential crisis.
I got the New Year's Day blues.
Makes you want to yodel, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you want to yodel to the heathen gods. Is what. You think there's a god of New Year?
No.
He's just super hype on one day, and then after the rest of the year, he's just like, It's like that meme of Jason Voorhees is just sitting around the house until Friday the 13th comes. He gets real hype. He's like, I can kill. He's just sitting around watching TV. He has it marked in his calendar.
Okay.
He can't sleep on like Thursday the 12th. He's like super awake and can't because he's so excited.
Hey, man.
Dude, it's the new year, man. It's a brand spanking new decade, new year. So much potential, so much dirty laundry to just throw out the window.
Dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry. Dude, how was, just in general, how was your 2019?
Long. Growing up.
Watch what you do.
Trying to be better at telling people I got stuff to do.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Take back your own time, my man.
Yeah.
Did you meet Wendy Cooper?
Who's Wendy Cooper?
Yeah. Yeah. You asked me that question.
Yeah.
You asking that question makes me so sad. Oh, man. Yeah, 2019 was a bummer. 2019 could have went better. I could have got my solid gold giraffe, but it didn't work out. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Next time. 2020, that 2020 vision, you know what I'm saying, is what we're working with this year. This year. A lot
2020 vision.
2020 vision. Other than the holiday, how was your week?
It was good. I'm watching The Expanse again.
Is it expansive to watch?
I like it. Oh, it deals with a lot of things going on.
Oh.
Like it's a world. It's a sci-fi series where human beings have perfected like solar, like they've populated the solar system.
Nice.
And there's like people that have gone to Mars, and they all have like one shared interest in common, which is to make Mars as powerful as Earth. Then there's the Belters, which is like people that just live out in space, and they have like issues that they can't really go on Earth because their body's not used to the gravity.
Yeah, that I would think that would be a problem for like a whole generation of people,
Yeah.
right?
And like it's like all the politics that go in it, and like everyone's about to battle. It's a very good show, actually. It has the guy that played Highlander in the first two seasons.
Who? Christopher Lambert, Doug?
I think so. Yeah, he played Raiden too.
Nice.
Raiden.
The fate of billions are in your hands. Sorry. Oh, good stuff, man. What else you do, man? That sounds like that sounds tight. That's on the Sci-Fi Channel, right?
No, I think it might have been for a bit, but then Amazon picked it up, and then after a successful Kickstarter, guess what? It's now been renewed for like 2 more seasons, and I don't see it ever slowing down.
Bob's your uncle, man. I'm with it. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
The rebirth, Doug. I'm with it. What else you do, my good man?
I tried to sleep a bit more. That's about it. I got nothing else going on, man. What did you do?
I hear it, my dude. Speaking of sci-fi, I started up season 2 of Lost in Space, the Netflix series based on the old 60s series, Danger, Will Robinson, Danger, all that. About midway through, the first season was interesting. It was a little too serious for Lost in Space. Like my whole issue with the whole series as in general, it just takes itself a little too seriously. Like Lost in Space was the super campy Gilligan's Island level, TV series. And this series is just, that doesn't have an ounce of comedy to it. It's like Indiana Jones in space, and the Robinsons are this kind of Mary Sue kind of family that solves the problems, and I just wish it was a little bit more whimsical, it doesn't have to lean full comedy, but just a tad more, less, Bram Stoker's Dracula and more The Mummy, with like Brendan Fraser, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was more of that, I think I would enjoy it more. But not that being said, it's a very well written sci-fi show about them being lost in the infinite space and having to trying to find their way home, quantum leap style. Still, so yeah, just been watching that. New Year's was New Year's, was half asleep watching Twilight Zone. Pretty much been the last few days of my existence. One episode really jacked me up, but I forgot it existed, much to the episode's storyline. Do you remember the one where the 3 pilots go and do like a test run in an experimental airplane? Each one of them starts to get written out of existence.
I'm gonna be honest. Nothing about that would stick to my brain.
Right? It's a crazy episode. And it's pretty much like that feeling where it's like, man, did I leave the stove on? Or did I leave the water running to like the nth degree? It's pretty much a 30-minute panic attack is that episode. It's kind of nutty. Like, why is the show from the 50s and 60s doing that to me? But overall, still excellent show. Other than that,
I got some. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna save it till I should save it till you're done because it's like YouTube news.
Oh, okay, good. I just got one more thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I just finally bit the bullet and got Borderlands 3. I've been playing a lot of that, and it's to its detriment and to its praise, it's just more Borderlands. It scratches that itch of the infinite shooter. You have 4 radically different playing avatars that you choose, and you go through the silly story, you bounce from planet to planet, collecting guns and learning new attacks and new skills, and it's just Borderlands.
Would you like another gun?
Would you like this gun? This gun has fire.
This gun goes pew pew instead of pow pow.
This gun goes pow pow and it goes hazoo.
Yeah, I would still play it.
Yeah, it's bomb. It's just Border. It's nothing more, nothing less. Cameos make me hype. Of older. One thing I do like about that series is that it honors its past games, because all those Vault Hunters you've been playing this whole time constantly weave in and out of the storyline, and you play with them, and they co-op you, and it's really cool. I haven't played any of the multiplayer yet because I just don't want to play with people. I'd rather play it single player for now, at least until I beat it, and maybe I'll jump into pubs. But I'm enjoying it a lot. Do I regret not buying it when it was hot? No, because it's not that kind of game. You know what I mean? It's not competitive. I don't have to catch up to anybody. I can just play it at my own pace. And so far, so good. Really enjoying it. And for those curious, I'm playing as the Beastmaster. He's this robot who gets all these different beasts of Borderland history, and they are kind of like his attack dogs and attack. There's a monkey with a machine gun. I'm not a fan of him, but yeah, it's fun. I'm gonna probably try to just play that straight until PS5 is announced, and then I'll have to reassess my life. But other than that, yeah, just pretty standard week. Just trying to mentally prepare for this next year and not go insane with the existential dread of the future. YouTube news. What did you want to bring up?
Yeah, so as many of you, if you remember, I've been following a Cow Chop, this channel, that beginning of the year, there's not the beginning, I think it was maybe during the summertime, that one of the original creators, James, left the channel to do his own like streaming and do stuff at home, and they already lost like 2 people before that, I believe. And then the news came that they were shutting down the channel completely by the end of the year, and they did. The yesterday was the final video that they put up, and it was a homage to the first to an earlier Cow Chop video. So take a look at that if you're interested. It's like watching a star kind of die in front of you. Yeah. But a lot of the people that were on there are already 2 of the people went off to make their own channel off Canny. So we'll see where everybody lands.
Yeah, that's something that's fascinating that really happens on YouTube. It's the series finale of a channel episode. You know what I mean? Like, I was bummed out for like 3 months after the Super Best Friends had their Super Best Friends final episode that they didn't warn anybody about. You didn't know what's coming. Just one day you look up on your feed and it's like, oh, what's this? You click on it and it's a 15-minute episode of them explaining why they're not working together anymore.
Right.
And I was legit like sad. I was like, it was like losing a friend, dude. I was so bummed out. And I get they split up to do their own separate things and are all doing their own independent projects, but it's never the same than that cohesive synergy, you know? It's the death of a channel is always rough, especially when it don't give you a heads up on it. It seems like this channel at least kind of gave you guys a heads up on it. You know what
I mean? They're a channel connected to Rooster Teeth and all that, and they it's I don't know what the other people are going to do on the channel, but I know a couple of them are branching out and doing other stuff. So it goes.
Well, Godspeed to them, and hopefully they find a new creative outlet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's got to go somewhere. So hopefully they'll either build their own empires or join others. You know, hopefully they'll find a spot. Cool, man. You want to do some polls of the week?
Let's get to the polls. Let's get to the polls. Voting booth. We got votes.
What if in the voting booth, you're doing your voting stuff and it just plays the sinking sound from Sonic the Hedgehog? You know, there's like a timer and it's like dun 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 dun. You're like, oh snap, what am I gonna vote for? Oh no, I marked the wrong one.
The problem with that is that if you don't know already who you're gonna vote for,
The heat is on, dog.
When you go to the voting booth, you shouldn't even be there. Right now, if you're the type of person that can't make a decision about what you're going to vote for in an election, or like what laws you want to vote, like why are you even there?
Dude, no, you got 30 seconds, dude.
Yes.
And that Sonic music is going, and you don't know what's going to happen if it turns off. You're going to go, and you're just going to die, dude. You should have stepped into the booth if you worried about it. Like you said, if you go to a voting booth and you're sitting there actually having to think about it, then why are you even there? No, that's the person that goes to the drive-thru and wants to order at the window. These are the exact same people. I want. Sir, this is an In-N-Out. We sell burgers, fries, and shakes. But do I want...
Can I see your secret menu?
I want the secret menu. I want animal fries. Sir, this is a Taco Bell. There are no animal fries. Well, and those are the people who are literally in the drive-thru for like 20 minutes, and you're just wanting to just Hulk smash their car aside so you can order your number 5 with a Coke and just keep it pushing, man. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I have no patience when it comes to drive-thrus. You shouldn't. It's Burger King. You've been there a billion times. You know what you like, man. Why are you arguing with the order taker, man? Just order it. Just get it done. That's a gripe. That's a big gripe. Do you relate, Winner? Am I just out here? Am I crazy?
Yeah, you're crazy. All
right, fine. I'll be more patient than I guess, since I'm dying on this hill.
Yes.
Speaking of death and hills and burgers, I asked the Nerdiverse, in this next year, what fantastical event would you prefer to see out of these options? And the options were alien life discovered, time travel being possible, peace on Earth, and artificial intelligence. Of these 4, Winner, which would you like to see happen, if possible, this year?
See, I don't understand the question.
So it's 2020, right?
Okay.
Something super out of control, crazy is going to happen, right? Something unforeseen.
That's for sure going to happen.
For sure going to happen.
Okay.
Unforeseen event. You have 4 options of what that could possibly be. One is in 2020, aliens are proven to exist. 2020, we figure out that time travel is possible. This year, we find a solution to peace on Earth and goodwill toward men. Or we finally crack the singularity and create artificial intelligence. What would you like out of those 4 options? Which one would you prefer to be the earth-changing event to happen this year?
Well, out of the 4 that you've postulated, you've suggested, the one on peace on Earth seems to have the least amount of
possibility.
the least amount of apocalyptic outcomes in the sense of we find out there's aliens and they're pissed. Or
we find out there's artificial intelligence and it's pissed.
Yeah, and it's pissed off. And finding artificial intelligence. We already know what happens. They become racist, and then they
ultra racist real fast. It's over.
Or as someone put it, they become very truthful, and people don't want to handle it.
What does that mean? Truthful robots. I don't like that, dude.
Or it's more like they're very there's no
this very matter of fact going, there's this amount of crime in this neighborhood, therefore we're gonna wipe out this neighborhood. But aren't there a lot of you see what I'm going with that? Okay. A plus B equals C.
Yeah, there's no humanity to it because they're robots. Anyways, but Peace on Earth sounds like the coolest one. But I like the idea of there's a book called Leviathan, Wake Up, something Leviathan, and it's essentially talking about a guy who dreams, what he dreams comes true. So the psychiatrist tells him to dream about world peace, And the way that world peace comes about is that aliens are introduced to the world, and everyone's just racist to the aliens.
And I was just talking to someone about that. We were just talking about kind of how the human race just needs to relax. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, no, we need a unifying factor. You know what I mean? Something to rally for or against, right? To bring us to world peace.
Well, the rallying point just needs to be like, back off. Everyone just relax. Like, you do what you want to do. I'll do what I want to do, and we won't do each other.
Like, that's my biggest problem with Star Trek. It's like, okay, Zephyrin Cochrane breaks the warp barrier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I got that name right.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah. Trekkie boys. And the first Vulcans come visit Earth. First signs of alien life, right? Vulcans were like, yo, you doing big shit over there. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? You guys are ready to join the Pantheon. And Earth just gets it together, right? like next thing you know, it's kind of like Christ from 15 to 31. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, what happened? Like, Earthlings just wouldn't be okay with like Vulcans, dude. Like, what happened in between Zephyrin Cochrane shaking the hand of a Vulcan and the Federation? You know what I mean? Like,
gotta watch Star Trek Enterprise.
Ooh,
it's been a long gone getting from there to here. I've got faith of the heart. That's the intro to Star Trek Enterprise.
Really? I thought that was the theme to like Firefly or something.
No.
Like Armageddon.
I will bring faith of the heart.
Faith of the heart.
Brought to you. This Star Trek's brought to you by Live Studio Audience.
This is brought to you by Nickelback.
Energize.
Like, now that you talk about it, this is kind of a stacked deck, isn't it? Like, alien life could swing either direction, right?
Right.
That's too risky, right? Time travel will just make things way worse. Death Stranding mode. You know what I mean?
The issue is time
travel. Time travel is rough, dude. We're gonna jack things up.
It ruins the idea. It ruins the concept. Like, you have the entire history department just out the door now. So it ruins the concept of like people writing down and contemplating history, if they can just go back in time and see what happens what's going to happen if that does happen is that people are going to miss the idea of thinking about the actions, about why they did it, and they're just going, since I saw what happened, therefore that's the truth, and not thinking about like what led up to it.
And there's also the other side to that, where it's the butterfly effect. You just can't have people going back in time and walking around with their cell phones and taking selfies of Abraham Lincoln and stuff. It's going to jack stuff up.
Yeah.
The timeline, is this man-made idea, but at the same time, it's got to be like a living, breathing, cosmic entity that we're going to break. Yeah. And not to mention flinging forward in time, too.
And it's essentially suggesting that there's just one strand of time. So there's like we don't have to get
and then the multiverse theory, all that crazy stuff.
Yes.
So now that I say it, Peace on Earth is probably my choice too. At least we can mentally handle that. And that doesn't have any repercussions other than aliens. Other than you start mix and matching. Mm-hmm. We get Peace on Earth, we throw all our guns away, and that's when the aliens show up. It'd be like, oh, you're defenseless. But tied again.
And I mean true peace on Earth, because there's some people are going, well, we'd have peace on Earth if my uncle would just shut up.
That's peace on your Earth, on your little spot of land.
Exactly.
Like,
so that's why,
like Homo sapien, like not even Homo sapien, like true Earth harmony. Yes. That's never gonna happen.
And that's when the argument of liberty comes in, folks.
Oh snap! A conundrum.
So what were we talking about? Favorite power-ups?
Favorite power-ups, Doug. My power-up is liberty. So alien life and Peace on Earth tied at 33%. Mm-hmm. Time travel at 27%, and nobody wants artificial intelligence stuff. Because that's bad all around. Like, because like you said, every time we've come close to breaking the singularity, the robot just read the internet and became instantly racist. Then they had to kill it to kill the brain, because that thing's a problem automatically. Why would you think it would turn automatically racist? Well,
because human beings
are xenophobic pieces of crap. Yeah. Oh man, love humanity because I'm part of it. Dude, you want to do some New Year's news?
Let's get to the news before I crash.
Crash and burn. Okay, bonus points for
Blues Travelers.
I was going to say hackers with crash override and acid burn make crash and burn.
No, the Blues Travelers jam song, Crash Burn.
Mr. Jones, help me.
No, that's
Hootie and the
Counting
Blowfish.
Crows.
Counting Crows?
Counting Crows, I think so.
Jones, help me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's from your generation, right?
Technically, I'm old.
I like the 90s music.
Thank you. Okay, Boomer.
Well, you didn't contribute to it.
I didn't contribute not one bit.
So
I experienced it.
Your genre is putting on the Ritz.
Oh wow, I'm that old. So
no, I'm the techno version.
Oh,
Taco.
Okay. With Taco? Oh, okay, I thought you were saying that. I had to end
with the blackface people in it.
Oh, that video, dude.
Yeah.
Rough life. I was gonna say like I had to enter the Oscars from like the kitchen staff entrance. Is what you're saying?
I didn't go that far, but But we could contemplate how far of a society we've gotten where that was like people didn't like the music video, so they changed it, but he still was successful. Then you go to nowadays where if that type of video came out or the hint of that type of video, his career would be technically ruined.
Yeah,
right?
he would be absorbed by cancel culture and his whole career would be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back then they were just like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, it's kind of funny what's socially acceptable. The worst thing ever is listening to like 90s hip hop because 90s hip hop was very, very homophobic. It is very uncomfortable to listen to. Like honestly, you'll be in your car, you'll be like, "Oop, that's not good." You know, New York era 90s hip hop. You shouldn't throw that word around so often. It's not.
Yeah,
fun.
I don't listen to that, but
Wow. Ugh, adios mio, bro. Speaking of things that are horrible,
I listen to country, and
that's not racist at all. That's not racist or homophobic at all, right?
Nope.
for them good old boys. Oh man,
Never meaning no harm.
Tell that to
They
Lil
never
Nas
touched
X,
each other's wrists and went to the movies together. Yeah.
What? I want to hear that song by Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
Good old Billy Ray. I will die on the hill that the best country singer of all time is Chris Gaines.
What? Shut your mouth. Okay.
I don't mean to trigger.
Okay, let's get to the news.
But this is the hand on the book truth.
I don't know why this is the video game news, but here we go.
I don't even care. There was just to give you guys a heads up, Nerdiverse. There was no video game news this week.
So he puts this garbage in it.
This is not garbage.
As in the title movies.
This is a true concern, dog. This is a true concern. The U.S. Army is concerned that cyborg soldiers are going to be a big problem in the future, thanks to movies like Terminator. Dog.
Now,
the U.S. Army, dog.
Yeah,
the real one. Not this.
Now you got to think about how the question was raised. Like, are you concerned about cyber soldiers?
Yes,
of course we are.
Of course we are.
Concerned
man.
about any threat to the American
consciousness.
The real question is: are you more concerned about terrorist insurgents or cyborg soldiers?
They're like, well, of course. And the guy just ends the interview. You heard it here first, folks. Cyborg soldiers
are far more dangerous. Yeah.
Cyborg soldiers can attack you foreign and domestic.
Yeah.
But it's a real problem, though, man. how far do you think we're away from cybernetic advance?
Well, you're going to have the middle part, which is, there's a difference between cyborg soldiers and cyborg enhanced, right?
But what would be a cyborg soldier, though? Like
a cyborg soldier would be just straight up like you're missing an arm and you have an arm replaced.
Enhancement, yeah, right?
Yeah, cyborg. But then there's like the middle ground where it's like it's not replacing the arm, but it could be like you're wearing a headset type thing.
But I think cyborg is more the integration of parts rather than the assessment of parts.
Okay, so the integration of parts, you're looking at probably 40 or 50 years.
Yeah, like it's one thing to wear like a bio armor, or or like a exo armor, right, where you put on like this heavy mechanical kind of like exo like metal exoskeleton. It makes you punch faster or run faster. Yeah. It's another thing
that's far more closer to the future
than, okay, we're going to take out your heart and replace it. Well, they do that, artificial hearts, but let's say we're going to cut off your torso and replace it with a metal torso. You're just going to run at 70 miles per hour now.
Right.
That's a cyborg, man. That's, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to replace your hands and give you those cool RoboCop hands that can crush every bone in your hand. So that'll be like...
You just need some like Witcher type based children to test on, and then we'll get...
So, according to your Witcher, a valley of plenty.
Oh, a valley of plenty. Oh, yeah. Valley of plenty.
Yeah. We won't shut up for The Witcher, about The Witcher for a little while.
Every time you're going to
bring up the
Patreon, every time I'm going to be singing that song.
Yeah, that's a good minute. And we talk about Patreon every episode.
Toss the coin to your masters.
A valley of plenty. That's later, guys. That's later in the episode. Real quick Marvel news, just because I'm a nerd and I like talking about Marvel stuff. There is a new crossover called Empire. That's
with
going to be
a Y.
With a Y, so you know it's hype. Empire. And I don't know much about it. It's really high level Marvel cosmic stuff about like the Kree. I guess they're redoing the Kree Skrull War, and you guys should know what those things are because the Kree equal Captain Marvel and the Skrull equal Captain Marvel. So they're doing something with that. The Hulk's son? No, that's Scar. Hulk Lean, which is talking Marvel is very... I just literally had like a brain fart trying to talk about it. It's just so overly complicated.
Yeah. There should be a new Star Wars comic starting this month.
Ooh, what's it about? Talk to me.
Just...
Speaking of...
That's all I got.
That's all you got? All right, bad. Speaking of comics, are you still watching Batman the Animated Series?
No. I took a break. I need to go back to Star Trek, actually, before I go into that.
All right, fair enough. It's not going nowhere.
It's Star Wars #1. I just clicked on Marvel Comics, and Star Wars 1 came out. Yeah, January 1st, 2020. In the wake of the events following The Empire Strikes Back, it is a dark time for the heroes of the rebellion. Vader did not kill Luke's father, Anakin. Vader is Luke's father. Now, after narrowly escaping the Dark Lord's clutches and wounded and reeling from the revelation, Luke for the fate. So it looks like it's just bridging the gap between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Like most of whatever everything's going to be. I was just talking to shout outs to How to Phil on Twitter. Me, him, and I put up a post talking about, like, I can't mention the idea to just reboot Star Wars to people because they just have a mental breakdown.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Just reboot Star Wars.
It doesn't make sense.
People just want to fight me in the streets. We were like, yeah, just call it a cover. People won't be mad. We were having this conversation like,
you're crazy.
Maybe they should just not do episodes for like another 10 years and do more things like The Mandalorian and cartoons and little.
They can do all of it. No, because even though it might not be a great, they're gonna do all of
it. I mean, we have no choice in the matter. They're going to do it all because they have to. But we just have to deal with it. Speaking of Star Wars and Baby,
Bullseye comic.
Bullseye rules.
The True Believers, the criminally insane. Bullseye,
dog. That's a Daredevil villain. Hey, hey.
It's reprinting Daredevil 1960. Okay, never mind.
You want to just talk Marvel, dog?
No.
You want to do that? We can do it. I can talk.
Dear
comic
Lord,
books.
no.
All right, don't go down this. Don't go down this.
But it looks like this is the first time I'm seeing like this little bracket on the top of Marvel True Believers. I wonder. It looks like it's a re-release thing that they're doing.
Oh, okay, fair. They do that a lot. They'll just they'll rewrap the graphic novel and resell it. Usually around like a television show or a movie, but they're just doing it. I'm cool with that. More people need to read comics. Back to my original segue of Star Wars and Baby Yoda. You thought Baby Yoda was hot stuff. Move over, Baby Yoda, because Japan got Baby Sonic. Are you excited for Baby Sonic, Doug? The new sensation?
You don't want my answer.
I do what? Dude, tell me about Baby Sonic and how he's going to sweep the nation.
Good luck with that.
Baby Yoda versus Baby Sonic. Who wins?
Baby Yoda.
How? In what fashion?
You're really gonna make me participate in this?
Yes. No. This is the article. This is what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Baby Yoda versus they're both in the Sahara Desert.
Yeah. Well,
and they're standing off Mandalorian style. Who wins?
You see like Sonic like running towards the baby. This is Sonic,
the Baby Yoda. Yeah.
Sonic is a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
And you just see him running through the desert, and you see the Mandalorian trying to snipe it, but he's too fast.
Yeah.
So you hear, okay, he's too fast. Pew, pew, pew. And then you see Baby Yoda coming out of the backpack.
Yeah.
And then you just hear like the music change.
It just gets real somber. You hear Binary Sun. Yeah.
And you see like sand being lifted up and rocks. And also Sonic is lifted up. And Sonic is still like running through it, but he's slowing down. And then the Mandalorian goes, I got the shot. And then just like sprays Sonic's brains across the sand.
Jeez Louise, that's a baby, dude. The Mandalorian kills a baby in cold blood.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. And
Wow.
that's the end of the episode.
Okay. Yeah. Somewhere in there is the podcast episode name. I'll figure it out later.
You wanted this. You got it.
You opened it. We came. Oh, my apologies, Nerdiverse. Speaking of things people are going to have to apologize for, Ryan Reynolds has stated that he's already working on Deadpool 3 with Marvel Studios.
Good for him.
Good for him. Before X-Men, before in the mention of X-Men, the sniff of mutants seems a little cart before the horse, don't you think? Maybe?
No.
No? It's good? It's fine?
It's fine.
It's fine? All right, we'll let it rock. It's
Let
fine.
it rock.
Speaking of things that are going to rock, apparently FX is developing a Carrie series based off Stephen King's Carrie. How long could they drag that out?
I know. Isn't this like the second remake or second or third? Yeah.
Carrie's been done to death. Now, if it's anything like Bates Hotel was actually really good. The Cycle series.
Right.
If they kind of play it like Bates Hotel, and they don't make the mother so obnoxious, they can probably squeeze about 4 or 5 seasons out of it, maybe max. But it's like, what's the series finale? Is it just the night she goes to prom? Would that be the last episode?
Yeah.
Or is that the first episode you pick it up from her like rising from her grave like Altered Beast?
No, they would have to do like no. So this is what the trailer could be.
Okay, bet.
So it's like picture. I already got it.
Yeah.
So it cuts to like the high school, and then you hear like the music of. It's like Season of the Witch by Donovan.
Yeah, okay. I'm feeling it.
No. And then you just see her like blood go down her leg.
Oh,
Must be the season of the witch.
That's graphic as shit, dude.
Witch.
There's a prominent scene in Carrie where they tease her about having her period, right?
Exactly. That's where it's happening. That's how it starts.
Jeez, that's not going to be a television commercial, you madman.
Well, it's not. They're not gonna like show it, you weirdo.
No, but the implication of just blood running down her leg and the season of the witch is playing.
How about her face? Is that all right?
Fine. That's
brain
a billion.
Trauma's all right.
That's a billion times better, dude.
Okay. But the main part is like she'll be walking like in a graveyard and goes, "Must be the season of the witch." Yeah. They gotta add that part, or like have the band cover it.
Dude.
Have Miley Cyrus cover it.
I just want "They're All Gonna Laugh at You," like played into that trailer.
They're all gonna laugh at
They're
you.
all gonna laugh at you.
Not if I kill them first.
They're all gonna laugh at you. And then she like, okay, Carrie versus Baby Yoda, go.
Okay, so the Mandalorian and the
He lifts up Carrie in the desert. The Mandalorian takes his shot and blows her brains out.
They're in a cantina, and like you just see Carrie walking like she walks into the bar, and then you see in the corner the Mandalorian's already there with the Baby Yoda, and the Mandalorian goes, "I see you're already here. I see our target." And Carrie goes, "I know you've been looking for me." And you see the Mandalorian try to like he's able to pull his his blaster out and shoot, but Carrie's able to freeze the blast and try to turn it back to the Mandalorian.
What?
And then Baby Yoda goes, "Ah!" And then like does the force projection back to the laser, so tries to go back to Carrie, and then blasts her brains against the wall. Jeez. And then it says Mandalorian Chapter 9.
Nah, dude. And then it gets real awkwardly quiet, and the whole bar kind of shuts down, and then you see Dandelion just come out the side.
Mandalorian goes, "Check, please."
No, man. You see Jaskier come from the corner. Toss a coin to your Mando.
No.
A valley of plenty.
Oh, canteen of plenty.
And you just see the Witcher in the back, like the furthest back of the bar, just sitting there drowning in his beer.
And then it cuts to black and goes, executive producer Dick Wolf. There we go.
Dick Wolf. Dun, dun. Like what if I ever get married, I want the last thing you see on my marriage screen. Mm-hmm. It's just executive producer Dick Wolf. Like, is he here? Like, nah, he couldn't make it. Invite Dick Wolf to your wedding, ladies and gentlemen. Paramount Pictures is bringing back Jackass for a fourth movie. Possibly the worst idea in human history.
Well, it depends how they do it. Like,
if it's real, it's the worst idea in human history.
No, it's not.
Jackass ruined those dudes' lives.
Well, so you're not gonna.
Jackass killed a guy, dude.
It's not gonna do what Monty Python did, where they went 2 down, 3 to go. That was their tour at the end. Yeah,
it's out of control.
Yeah,
man.
That's what Jackass needs to do.
Like, even if like
1 down.
Like, I could already see it. Like, there's a new generation of Jackass kids, and Johnny Knoxville, and
you can't blame it on them anymore. By the way,
no, let them be like coaches or something, right? Steve-O.
This isn't like a real move. They don't.
No, it's like a soft reboot, dude. It's the handoff. It's the soft reboot.
Have the kids from Stranger Things.
Yeah, have little what's his face, little Wolfhard. You know, take wasabi shots up his nose, dude. Have Bam come back.
That's the thing that you go for.
That's the safest thing I could talk about.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't want them jumping into Hagrid backwoods crap. And you know that like Johnny Knoxville is literally like has a catheter because he like jacked up his stomach once.
Well, it happens.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't put new humans through this, man. Them dudes literally sacrificed their body for like wealth and fame. They literally did the Faustian deal. Got the worst out of it. But they're rich, though. That's
Valley of
Plenty. That's the theme of this. I'm gonna have to somehow make that the end song for this episode. Yeah. Lastly,
toss a coin to you.
Toss a coin to Sid Mead. He passed away at the age of 86. If you're wondering who Sid Mead was, he was this prolific kind of designer. He was a designer of art for movies. He did a lot of design for Blade Runner, just epic kind of storyboard super lord, man. And apparently he had like such an impact on the industry that people are like, yeah, man, you got to give respect to that guy. Kind of, he did a lot of like, I'm trying to think of some other films he did, actually. Let me actually look up to see if I can.
Aliens.
Alien, yeah. He did a lot of the background work for Aliens, working with
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott and
James Cameron.
Who was the designer for of the Alien, actually?
Nathan Lane.
No, not Nathan Lane. He designed. I haven't heard that in a while. He designed the actual xenomorph.
Oh, Gene.
H.R. Giger. H.R. Geiger. Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy actually did
Gene
designs for a Tron. He did designs for short. He designed Johnny Five from Short Circuit, dude. Do you know who Johnny Five is? The actual artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah.
Johnny Five is alive. Johnny Five rules, dude. He did designs for Gundam. He actually worked on Mobile Suit Gundam, dude. This dude went to Japan and conquered the hearts and minds of glorious Nippon, and they let him design Gundams, dude. You know how awesome that is, dude. And he created Johnny Five, which is already a lock for me. Because Johnny Five, if there's one film series that they could reboot, I'm totally fine with it. Bring back Short Circuit, dude, for a new age. You know how badly I just want like a pop vinyl of Johnny Five. Because he's alive, dude.
No, man.
What? He's been alive this whole time, dude. Dude. Johnny Five. And in Johnny Five is part of a street gang called Los Locos. Remember that? You remember the Los Locos chant, dog?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna tell it to you because you have to listen. It's
I'll just walk away.
You better not. Don't leave me alone. It's Los Locos kick your ass. Los Locos kick your face. Los Locos kick your balls into outer space.
That's great.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to some sleep, man. I still feel a little out of it from last night.
Oh, that partying, bro.
And I'm stretching right now.
Like a cat. You're stretching like a cat, dog.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm looking forward to getting a paycheck this week and trying to get back on the budget. Yeah. I spent like $150 I didn't realize I was going to spend because of the tire.
Yeah, I feel that. I had to spend what I didn't expect because my phone decided to just explode and I lost all my contacts and photos and I had to get a new phone, which was money I didn't have. So I'm right there with you. Top ramen sandwiches kind of going on here too, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more Borderlands 3, which is my only respite. It keeps me from going insane. Looking forward to seeing what's new on Netflix. January is always the start of a new month. Always new series, new movies. See if there's anything interesting maybe we can review. And looking to make more content for the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Where can we find you? You
can find me on all social media under Trash Monk the Third, Trash Monk III, at Trash Monk II, and you know I'm working on a website and more to come.
Website, yeah, man. Visit our website, mastersnerdiversecast.com, where you can find all of our archived episodes. You can have links to all of our social media efforts, such as Twitter, that's at mnerdiverse, and join our Patreon. That is patreon.com/MOTN. Hit it, winner. Nothing? Wait. Do it again.
Do it again.
Fine. And you can actually join our Patreon, which is patreon.com/MOTN. Hit it, Winter.
Toss a coin to your masters, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty.
Give us money and we'll make the podcast better. That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. If you give us $1, I'll shove $1 into the podcast and our voices will be crisper. Crisp like a fresh dollar bill. Crisp, my crisper genes that turn you into a antelope man.
Turn you into George Hamilton.
Ooh, turn you into Bob Vila. If you don't want to support the channel monetarily, likes are greatly appreciated. Follow us on all of our social media and online efforts, and subscribe to our channels. Subscribe to our YouTube, Master Universe Cast, and you can actually watch our videos and all that fun stuff. Winter's making a website, guys. Help him build his dream of having that ice cream taco nacho website he's trying to make right now. It's called Ice Crocos. Delicious.
Okay.
$100 million idea. I've, of course, been your host, Mike G.
And I've been your host, Winter.
And we will always ask you to take that one step
beyond.
There you go.